how are you seeing the end-to-end offering really get formalized and mature by virtue of the external world playing a role in how a service provider goes to market, or from a sourcing advisory side, how you're helping consult around building that ecosystem?
Yeah, I think we focus a lot more on understanding what the outputs are that are needed, and therefore all the capabilities underneath it, and looking at that as a set of components you need to bring together and how you're going to manage them. So to your point, if you need the hosting capability that's got the flexibility, and you're going to partner with a cloud solution provider, you're going to have some core pieces of technology you need to leverage. You're going to need development skills which are perhaps more specialized than in the past. So you're less looking at, to your point, large multi-year arrangements with offshore suppliers who are going to take requirements and deliver back outputs in a more traditional delivery mechanism. So I think we are looking at much more composite sourcing arrangements that sit underneath that. And I think actually the larger technology providers are also starting to adapt to that way of working as well, right? So it's not just that they are continuing to deliver in their existing models. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of change in how they expect to partner with their clients as well.
Yeah. So the word end-to-end certainly has a different definition than it did probably 5 years ago now.
Yeah, I think that in the past you'd look much more at a traditional, let me understand what I would like as a set of outcomes, let me bound that with some service level agreements and parameters. I'm going to engage with several people who are going to compete for that piece of work in a more structured RFP type way. I'm going to look at that and select a partner and move forward on that basis and work out how I'm going to manage that provision. You need to be much more dynamic. To your point, that thing's going to evolve over time. The requirements are going to shift. The typical models of being able to just deliver work over to a provider and expect it to come back in the right format's not the same. The level of engagement, not only with the technology teams, but to your point, with the business stakeholders, is far more iterative, agile, etc. So you've got a very different way of working that needs to be set up through that. And so that end-to-end thing is much more complicated, I suppose.
And also, I think if you look at from a technology perspective, how things actually work now, things are a lot more, the lines are a lot more blurred. You will be doing things running in the cloud, but you want to also be doing some big data work, which actually leverages some specific functionality that come from the cloud platform itself. You want to run this in DevOps. There is some analytics you want to run, and actually this is provided by a third-party fintech company who is also hosted, but on a different cloud provider potentially. So everything is a lot more entangled together, and it's more difficult to separate the different layers of what you're building. So there's more complexity there as well in terms of how you will deliver technology.